guys seeing this? Sorry for the vibration. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. I ain't never seen anything like that before. So this is a steel mill in Taylor, South Carolina. I'm taking it up to North Carolina, just past Charlotte. Just wanted to show you that real quick. It's called a combi lift. It says the weight limit on it is 77,000 pounds. And it's remote controlled. I just think that's pretty cool. I wanted to show it to you real quick. What do you guys think about that? Leave a comment. Look at this. They provide the dunnage here. How about some railroad ties for dunnage? And look at the control in that operator right there. Check that out. He's staring at me because I'm filming him. I just think it's cool, man. Watch. That's pretty cool. Just dump it on there. Whatever gets the job done, right? It's getting me now. About to turn into the truck stop for the night. I started this video showing you that really cool cage crane contraption thing that was remote controlled. And I wasn't originally planning on filming any of this load, but it might actually get interesting because I am delivering the stuff to a construction site somewhere in the woods tomorrow morning. I'm in North Carolina right now, and I forget the name of the city that I'm delivering it in, but it's out here. It's off of US 64, which is off of Interstate 85. It's like south. It's probably due east of Charlotte. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, you know how 85 goes northeast? If Charlotte's right here, 85 goes through Charlotte. Well, this city is like parallel or on the latitude of Charlotte. More than likely. I mean, I'm just imagining it in my head. Like I said, don't quote me on it, but I'll show you what the load looks like. I brought it up from Taylor, South Carolina, which is right around Greenville, and it was interesting securing this one. I got creative with it. They gave me some advice at the loading yard for the steel mill I was at. They told me that I should probably belly strap it, which is the same thing as tier strapping. Now, I showed you guys a little bit of that in the previous video called Pipe Dream. I showed you a little bit of that. Well, I'll talk about it when I get to the truck. So I don't even know if this place is going to have parking or not. If it doesn't have parking, again, I'm just going to go straight to where I have to unload and spend the night there. It's pretty heavy though. It's about 45,000 pounds. You can probably see it back there in the mirror. This is just another little hole in the wall truck stop. That's why I'm thinking it's probably gonna have parking available. This interstate right here is I-74 and I-73. I don't know. It's just some rinky-dink interstate in North Carolina, basically. It's not a busy interstate. It's kind of in between things. Well, that's peculiar. Is this place even open? The windows are all boarded up. Well, I'm gonna... Ooh, that truck has a flat steer on it. See that? It's still listed online as a truck stop though. I don't know, you guys. Should I stay here? Is this like trespassing? I've never been in this kind of a predicament before. Yeah, guys. Temporarily closed till further notice. No trespassing, no parking. I guess I'm SOL. I'm gonna have to drive over to that construction site. It's about 30 miles away from here, and just park over there. You know, I don't really have any other choice at this point. I need to get off this property though, because I am trespassing. So I'll wait till I get over there to show you or explain kind of how I did things with this load. But here's what it looks like. Tear strap. But I'll break it down for you when we get there. Let's get the heck out of here. Get off this property. I'm almost there. I came across something traumatic right here though. I don't know what's going on. Accident maybe? I can't tell. That looks like a residence or something. House fire? I don't know. Probably a house fire. That's a bad accident. Oh man, that's an accident. Come on people, keep going. Oh my gosh, you guys. That looks really bad. That was two pickup trucks that almost looked like a head-on collision or something. You probably couldn't see much about it, but yeah, they're trying to pull the guy out, like frantically trying to pull him out. Oh, I hope he makes it. Whoever it is, I hope they make it. That did not look good. Say a little prayer. Yeah, everybody, when you, it's a small town, you know, nothing major probably ever happens here. So when people see something like that, it's It's like that. You guys familiar with the band Tool? That song Vicarious? Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. Just stop in the middle of the road. Anyway, I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but that's what that reminded me of. All right, we're right around the corner from this construction site. If this doesn't work out and I can't stay here, I did see one little tiny truck stop back there in town. This is, I realize what this place is called now. It's Siler City, North Carolina. That's what it is. But I really don't see why this would be a problem. I'm kind of gonna be roughing it out here, but that's okay. I need to stop this truck and I'll show you guys why in just a minute. Look at this, bro. Nice looking fall trees here in North Carolina too. I really like this part of North Carolina. It's pretty nice out here. Okay, you got a sign here. It says lay down yard. And this is where it's telling me to turn. Lay down yard? Does that mean I can park here and lay down in my sleeper and take my break? What I might do is just park somewhere over here out of the way. Or maybe I can just back up right there, you know? That might be the best thing to do. This way, I'm not gonna be investing any of my clock to get here in the morning, because the way things are looking, it might take my whole clock to get back home tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. And I'm just trying to get back home, you know. I'm picking up some vinyl siding in a town just a little west of here, also off of US 64. Nothing like camping out in the woods in October, right? All right, I'm not blocking anything. I'm not hurting anything. I'm not hurting anybody. Whatever, it is what it is, right? So let me show you guys what I'm dealing with right now. This right here. Just checked the fluids as I was leaving South Carolina. Filled it up. The coolant was low. I filled it up. The oil was low. Filled both of them up. I'm having to do this consistently on a daily basis now. So I'm just hoping for the best with the truck. Oh my God, yeah. I might have a coolant leak. On top of the oil leak, I might have a coolant leak because I filled this thing up. I mean, it really wasn't even that long ago. It looks like it's bone dry. Yeah, guys, this engine has about had it. It looks like the freaking head gasket's leaking too, on top of the rear main seal back there. Yeah, I filled it up, and it's already that low. Again, the level's right there, I can see it. Should drink up all my water. That's not enough to do anything. Not enough to get that light to turn up. I wonder if the radiator's cracked or something. I mean, it wouldn't have all this pressure if there was a leak, right? I'm not a mechanic, I don't know. All right. I got it back to, you know, the middle mark between the cold max and the cold min. I'm gonna start it up and start checking stuff. Looking for a leak. I don't know, you guys. As I said before, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm definitely not a truck mechanic, but I feel like I'm about to learn something. From the radiator to the engine, I know there's a low pressure on the bottom and a high pressure on the top as far as the hoses. Are there any more hoses?
I think there's some on the passenger side also. Right there, kind of where the turbo and all that stuff is.
Okay.
On your way out tomorrow, once you get unloaded, just stop and refill your jugs.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Just try to keep your water full, and we're gonna try to ease you on that this way.
All right. He said there's some hoses by the turbo. Well, that's the freaking turbo right there. I mean, I don't see anything right off that looks wet. I see a bunch of oil back there where the seal is. I mean, it's like caked up. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I mean, there is one good thing to come of this. And my regen light came on earlier. Before the engine protect light came on, my regen light came on. And if you guys know anything about these old Freightliners, like if your engine protect light is on, and even possibly even your check engine light, you know, the amber and the red light, if either one of those are on and your regen light comes on, you're screwed, because you can't regen if the engine protect light is on. It won't regen the truck. It won't work. And you can only drive so far with the regen light on before the engine derates, and it'll shut down on you. It'll shut down on you while you're driving the freaking thing, because it did that to me last week. And then when that happens, only choice you have is to sit there and continuously, while you're driving down the road, you turn it off, you turn it back on. You just flip the ignition repeatedly as you drive down the road. Who the hell wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, they really need to get this truck straightened out. It's good to know how the stuff works, and it's good to know what to look out for, but when it comes to making actual repairs, no. Anyway, I told you guys that I was gonna show you how I strap this. Basically, to do the tier strapping that you see right here on the second layer, I did the same thing that I did in my last video. I just used a V-board and I ran it through the center like that. It's got 9 straps on it, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 2 in the middle up there, and then 3 tier straps. And yeah, she held good on the way over here. These are I-beams, and maybe if you look over there in the distance, I don't want to shine my light over there, but if you look over there in the distance, you can see the construction site. Anyway, I'm gonna wind down here and settle in. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching. Good morning, everyone. I'm back at it again. Despite, you know, sleeping at this construction site or just outside of it, I somehow still managed to get trucks in front of me. I'm thinking that the driveway I came down to get here, instead of pulling into that little side yard where those drop trailers were, I probably should have just kept going all the way back here. Now these trucks, there's a chance they could have already been back here regardless, but it would have prevented me from starting my clock. Now I'm in a predicament, which is gonna make it more challenging to get back home. He just told me, the guy that signed my paperwork, he just told me that, actually he didn't sign it. He just looked at it, but he said they're having a safety meeting this morning. So they're not gonna start unloading us until 8:30. I've gotta go back and get loaded. Another thing is, I didn't realize it about the next place where I'm picking up, but it says that the stuff's not gonna be ready until noon. I'm gonna see if my company, they can adjust my log and put it on a yard move, because I just drove for like 3 minutes to get to this gate from where I was. I didn't even get out on the road or anything else, so it's considered a yard move. And I'm gonna see if they can edit my log. If they can edit my log, then that might change everything. destination for this pickup of Hardi plank, whatever you want to call it, cement siding. It's raining a little bit out there, but not too bad. It is 10:45. I'm showing up about an hour early, hoping maybe they'll be ahead of schedule, but yeah, I mean that's wishful thinking. But by the time I got out of that construction site back there, I still had a pretty big gap. So I tried to fill it up as best as I could. I stopped by a little tiny truck stop, filled my water jugs back up. So hopefully I've got enough water to make it back today. Check engine light came back on. Look at that car right there. Okay, the road's gonna do something a little strange up here. Got a 13.8 clearance. I think what I'm gonna do, I can't, okay, never mind, I can't do that. I have to turn left here. The roads are so weird here. I mean, I have to go this way. I don't really have a choice. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. All right. Should be just around the corner. Yeah, I see a truck pulling out now. He's only got his halfway tarped. Maybe I'll only have to throw a tarp on the front of it. That'd be nice. Never even done that before. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Nice truck. Yeah, I like it. Okay. This says Lowe's. It's a Lowe's warehouse? All right, I'm gonna see what the deal is and I'll get back with you. Okay guys, good news is that didn't take too long. They're loading me 20 minutes early. I still got 11 and a half hours left on my 14-hour clock too, so it worked good. Yeah, that yard move thing, it's necessary sometimes because you don't always know what the deal is, and sometimes you have to move your truck before you need to start your clock. So that saved me today. That really saved my butt. And they're gonna load me up with this Hardi plank. He said that it was up to me whether or not I wanted to strap it, but not strap it, tarp it. I have to strap it. No, that's not up to me. And even if it was, I would strap the crap out of it. You guys have seen me strap. No, he says it's up to me if I want to tarp it, but what I'm thinking is I'm gonna put one on the front. That way it doesn't tear the wrapper up on the product. It's already covered up. It's not really a matter of, preventing it from getting wet. It's just that tarp will protect the packaging. So, I mean, better to tarp it than to show up at the receiver with a bunch of tore up, wrappers on their product. That just never looks good or goes well. They're real weird at places like this. Like, they don't want you getting on your trailer, nothing, because they're just so paranoid that if you fall off, because it's on their property, you get hurt on somebody's property, you can technically sue them, I guess, is what the law is. I guess it has to do with that. I mean, I don't know for sure, but they're just like super safety conscious here to the point that it's annoying. So, I mean, you guys see the stuff that I have to do at some of these other places, and they expect you to do it. They expect you to get your butt up there on top of that stuff. Like in the last video, they didn't offer me any kind of, you know, safety equipment, harnesses, whatever else, anything like that. They didn't offer any of that. They just said, no, you got to climb up there and put the tarp over it. And like I said, we're gonna have to see how it goes. So guys, while I'm just sitting here, I wanted to point this out. All the signage on this building right here, this is like their 10 commandments of safety. This place is like religious with safety. I really got to be careful with these close-up shots. I need to go home and find my nose hair trimmer. It's getting bad up in there. I came from a descendancy of West Virginia coal miners, and over the span of time we have all adapted to that. So I think you know, my dad's side of the family, we all have extremely insane nose hair. So I'm sorry, I need to groom myself. It's been a long week. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about all that stuff I just showed you. Here's what I think. I think that's brainwashing, and I think that really, you know, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their business, but I just think that that's like pushing it a little bit. That's like overreacting just a little bit. I mean, everybody's safety conscious, okay? Maybe there's some people out there that are just complete idiots that you know, throw safety 3 sheets to the wind, but obviously I think safety is part of our instinct, and it kind of comes along with common sense, which is also part of our instinct. So yeah, I mean, just constantly pushing stuff like that in your employee's face, it can really wear down on you psychologically over a span of time, and it almost makes the job unbearable. It is religious. It's connected to religion, and it's like they're just control freaks, you know. And I guess if you know, followed every single rule to the T and did not compromise one bit, I guess that would make you feel better about yourself or something. But I mean, I guess some of these places, they're keeping score, they're keeping track, but I mean, really, what are you going to get out of it in the end? A free meal at Olive Garden for being the safest employee of the month or the year or whatever? Yeah. Don't take what I said the wrong way, okay? I'm not talking about compromising OSHA standards and all this stuff. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm not talking about freaking underwater welding safety kind of stuff. I'm not talking about working on an oil rig, you know, safety procedures. Okay, I get that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. Like I said, safety is instinctive, and training is imperative for every high-risk job that you do. I'm not in opposition to stuff like that. What I'm saying is, when these companies go beyond OSHA standards and they just push it as far as they can and create these high demanding standards and do it all in the name of safety, that's what I'm talking about. I used to work for Schneider National. That was the company that I started with as a truck driver. And they would yell at you if you walk through the car parking lot without your safety vest on. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that gets on my nerves, that I just think is ridiculous. Like, I'm walking down the sidewalk. I need my safety vest to walk down the sidewalk if I'm on their property. Like, Stuff like that is what I'm talking about. I hope you can see the difference. Interstate 85, I don't like this road. I didn't mention this, but at the end of the last video, I told you guys I was headed back down to Alabama. Well, after I picked up in Alabama, I came over here, right, to South Carolina. Well, I had to go through Atlanta on Wednesday. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal, you know. I wasn't planning on suffering that much from it. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon. I figured, hey, we got a couple hours before rush hour really hits. Yeah. So I get out there on 285, go around the north side toward I-85, this same road right here. And it took 4 hours to do that. There was an accident and they shut 285 down for a while. Well, there's an accident here just northeast of Charlotte on 85, which is forcing me to get off right here and take US 29 a lot further down so that I can get back on 85 and basically go around this accident. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting in traffic for at least half an hour, according to this. And this kind of goes along with what I was saying before about the companies that are just completely religious when it comes to their safety rules and protocols and stuff. And they have like strict enforcement. Well, a lot of these accidents, I mean, I'm just speculating, okay? Not saying I'm 100% right about this. It's just a theory, okay? It's a hypothesis. But I would say that a lot of these accidents can be contributed to companies like that, because when people go to work every day, they have to suffer through all that enforcement and everything, and they get jaded from it. They get worn down, you know. They just, it eats away at them. Well, then they get off of work, they get out on the road, and they're like, yeah, I'm so glad to be out of that place. And then they start getting a little crazy. When they're out of work, that's when they get kind of crazy, because it's been building up all day, you know, the tension. So then that's when they get out on the road and do careless, stupid things. You see what I'm saying? It's just a theory, but it doesn't seem that far-fetched, does it? So I'm gonna take US 29, like I said, south about 10 miles and then get right back on 85 to save myself about half an hour. But there's a lot of traffic on this road that I'm gonna be sitting in, because I'm not the only one that had the bright idea to do this. So this guy in front of me, he's got 2 tractors on his flatbed. The one in front has a fairing on the top of it. It's still up there. This is a 14-foot clearance. I'm questioning whether or not he's gonna make that. Oh my God, that was close. I mean, you're talking maybe an inch. Maybe an inch, dude. Maybe he did his homework. Hopefully he did his homework and he knew that was there. But yeah, that was close. I almost had a clip for Bonehead truckers there. Almost. But he's not a bonehead. Either that or he's just really freaking lucky. Because good grief, you guys saw that, right? So if that's a 14-foot clearance, he's probably 13.9. I mean 13.11, sorry. I'm the bonehead, right? I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm still 5 hours away, but hopefully things will get better when I get back out on the interstate. We got hail, guys! We got hail! I just got into South Carolina on 77. It started hailing on the dang interstate. I'm trying to get home. I'm trying. I just had to stop and add more water to my radiator, or my reservoir. This weather sucks. Is this a tropical storm or something? Did I miss the forecast? Maybe so. This is crazy. I'm just gonna keep moving. My window's already cracked, so what does it matter? This is insane. This just popped up out of nowhere. Hopefully it'll let up in a minute. I'm hoping. Man, South Carolina, you guys got some crazy weather over here. So I'm basically just pushing the record button when something interesting happens. I thought this was pretty interesting. We're on the edge of it. It's like a precipice. You see it up there? All right, the wind's blowing now. Could be a tornado or something. I don't really know. We're literally on the edge of it though. You see that? Just keep going south. I hope it's moving north and not south. Like, I hope it's not. I mean, if you look in the mirror, it's just dark gray back there. Man, I hadn't seen hail in a long time, you guys. Long time. Okay, hopefully we made it. If I don't keep moving, I'm not gonna make it back home though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep this truck moving. Even if it's only going 35 miles an hour, that's something. Check out that sunset. That was well earned. It's beautiful, but man, it wreaked some havoc because it's been monsooning here in South Carolina. Yes, I'm still in South Carolina. I just stopped for the third time to put water in the coolant reservoir. It keeps on keeping on with the leak, and it's just been a continuous thing. I'm completely out of water again. I mean, I went through like 3 gallons almost since this morning. 3 gallons of water I put in that freaking thing. So I can't, you know, I'm just gonna call him and tell him, look, either you fix this truck this weekend or I can't work with it. I'm not stopping every 75 miles to fill the coolant reservoir up. I don't have time to do that. This has just been like a non-stop thing. And that rainstorm, I showed you the hail and everything, but it's been pretty severe since I got into South Carolina. There's been like severe weather, hard rain. I just want to give non-truck drivers advice. If you're watching this and you're not a truck driver, I want to give you advice, and I want to be humble when I say these things. I don't want to sound like a jerk, but seriously, if you're driving on the interstate and you know that it's raining or it has been raining, I mean, you can pretty much tell by looking at the sky if it's about to rain, or, you know what I'm saying? You can usually tell by looking at the sky. Or if it has been raining and it stops momentarily, just remember that it's probably going to start raining again in a short amount of time. So what my problem has been is that it'll be raining, right? And I'll be driving, you know, a little bit slower to adjust to the conditions, but I'll have these four-wheelers behind me, and when the rain starts letting up a little bit, they speed up and they pass me. So after they get around me, I'll speed up, okay? But then the issue with that is it starts raining again. And as soon as it starts raining again, they just boom, automatically put their four-way flashers on and they slam on their brakes. And they do this when they're right in front of me. Just remember that that truck weighs, it could weigh up to 80,000 pounds, okay? And 80,000 pounds is not gonna come to a stop like your little Toyota Camry does, okay? I'm just trying to remind people of things that they already know. Really, you know these things, but you might not be paying attention. But just remember, the next time you're driving on the interstate and it's raining and you pass a truck, make sure that you leave enough space after you pass the truck. And don't slam, whatever you do, do not slam on your brakes and put your four-way flashers on and think that your four-way flashers are gonna do any good. No. Your four-way flashers are not gonna help bring 80,000 pounds to a sudden stop. I'm not saying that anybody listening to this is that dumb, but if I would have filmed it, you would have saw that that's what people were doing repeatedly to me. Just over and over and over again. I continuously had to slam on my brakes and try to come to a stop as safely as possible without jackknifing, you know, without rear-ending somebody. I get it. I know that when you're on the interstate and it starts raining really hard, you do want to slow down. I understand that. Absolutely. You don't want to drive fast when it's raining really hard. But slow down gradually. Don't slam on your brakes. That's really all I'm saying. It's going to start raining again for the 4th time. But we're going to get there. We'll get there. So I'm going to end this video here. I know it has a lot of gaps in it. The main thing was just to show you how my week ended. I made it home, by the way. This is my humble abode that I purchased last year. Been here for about 1.5 years now in Jackson, Georgia. And it's a fairly decent home. I've worked my tail off for it. I'm proud of it. You know, it's a bit overpriced in today's market, if you want to ask me, but completely in my name. You know, just wanted to show you guys where I live, and you know, I'd show you my family, but they're not what they would consider presentable at the moment. You'll get to meet them eventually. I'll introduce you to my kids and my wife and everything. And I just wanted to make a little statement here. Now, obviously my channel, it has caught the attention of a lot of people because of one particular video that I made. And you know, it's awesome. People are subscribing to it. People are leaving amazing comments. Some of them are amazing comments. Other people, you know, they're just being trolls because that's all they know how to be. You know, some people, they don't know how to be nice. They don't know how to be friendly. They've never experienced that. They don't know what it is. And they're just completely toxic because that's all they've ever experienced. And I feel sorry for people like that. But, you know, I've had people call me a dope head. I've had people accuse me of smoking meth. No, that's fine though. You know, like I said in that video, so I got fired. I told you guys in that video that, you know, you can say what you want to me. I'm not going to get upset with you. And I haven't. You know, I've had people talk to me, you know, talk down on me and everything else. I've also had a lot of uplifting, encouraging comments due to that video, and I really appreciate those comments. You know, I appreciate the support. But that's not what I'm emphasizing here. I'm getting at one particular comment that I got, and it wasn't even on that video. And I won't give you the guy's name, but he's basically telling me, I hope you spice the videos up. You got this, Mom. And that's what he said to me. So I can tell that you're a young man and you haven't experienced a whole lot of life yet. But I just want to remind you guys, and this guy in particular, I'm not trying to be, you know, a viral channel on YouTube. I'm not trying to get 1 million subscribers, and I never did. I've been on YouTube for about 9 years altogether. I used to have a previous truck driving channel that had a lot of content on it. It kind of went through the timeline of my history as a truck driver from the very beginning. I also have a main channel that goes back before I even became a truck driver. So altogether, it's been about 9 years that I've been on YouTube. I've never tried to gain followers. I've always been myself. I've always presented life as I experience it. You know, I've never tried to dress this up or dress that up or be fake, put on a mask when I get in front of the camera. I'm just who I am, straightforward. If you met me in real life, I'd be the same way that I am in front of the camera. I don't put on a show. And if you don't like that, that's fine. I'm not trying to talk down on viral channels. I'm not trying to talk down on or belittle or lessen those channels that are all, you know, scripted and cleverly edited and directed and everything else. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to be real. And then you might make the argument, well, YouTube is not meant for real life. YouTube is meant for people to become products and sell their content and sell themselves. Well, that's not what it was originally intended for. You know, when it got bought out by Google way back in the day, that's when it became what it is now. I just want to tell you guys that I've been making videos on YouTube for the past 9 years. I've never made 1 cent for anything that I've ever done. I've never tried to make money off of my videos. I've never tried to gain followers or fans or anything like that. If I have knowledge or information that I want to share, I'll do that. And I don't expect a handout. I'm not asking anybody to subscribe to my channel. I'm not asking you. I mean, I have asked a few times, if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. You know, that way other people can find it. And if they're into this kind of thing, then they'll enjoy it too. If you enjoyed it, maybe other people will enjoy it. Keep in mind that these videos I make don't happen by themselves. They don't make themselves, okay? I've lost sleep over some of these videos that I put together. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work when you've been working all week and then you come home for a couple days. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. I like doing it. But here's one thing that you got to keep in mind. No, I'm not a mom. I'm a father, okay? Which is just important as a mother. I know a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't have fathers. I didn't have a father. I grew up without a father, okay? I'm trying to make up where things were lacking in my life, and I'm trying to have good relationships with my children. That's what matters to me, okay? And my job is so time consuming that I don't have a whole lot of time left after that. So I'm soaking them up, they're soaking me up when I'm here, and that's the main priority for me, not YouTube videos, okay? So that's why I wanted to say, yeah, I can tell by your comment, you're young, you don't have children, I'm assuming, and that's fine. Enjoy it, you know? If you haven't invested in a family, then by all means, you make YouTube videos and do, you know, you try to join the YouTube team and compete and sell yourself and become the most trendy channel out there. That was the one comment that somebody left that just got under my skin a little bit. I'm not sorry for not being worthy enough to hold your attention. And I'm not gonna try to hold your attention, okay? If that's what you want, go look for it elsewhere. And thanks for leaving your comments, especially the friendly ones that you actually left. And there have been many people that have come along and judged me for not being good enough or not belonging on this platform to make content because I'm not trying to conform to this image that is cookie cutter, that you have to mold yourself into in order to hold people's attention and become successful with social media and make money for your content. I'm not trying to make a dime for this, okay? It's just a creative outlet. It's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy to do on the side in my own time. The fact that it gained so many people's attention for a little while, that's awesome. I don't expect most of these people that are subscribing to stick around. Yeah, you're right. They're probably going to get bored with this after so long. They're probably going to lose interest, but that's okay. I'm not trying to keep their interest. I'm not. I'm just being real. Again, I'm being real. I'm showing you my life as I live it. It's not called you become a product tube. It's called YouTube. Okay, so I'm being me and I'm putting it out there for the world to experience. So just remember that, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about it. Thanks for watching it. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you did enjoy it, again, leave a like so somebody else can find it and maybe they'll enjoy it. But to all the haters out there, I just wanna say, go away. go your own way. Part ways. Don't look back. Don't worry about me. Okay? For all the people that have been supportive so far, thank you. Because you're helping me, and I really appreciate it. So you guys take care. I'll see you next time.